Hi, I'm Abhilasha Sethia. I'm an author, a chef, and a food consultant. And currently, I'm working on a book called Superfood a Day. Today, we're going to be shooting some recipes on spinach as a superfood, and so we're going to be making some spinach hearty bowls.
Hi, I'm Vidhi Beri. I'm the co-author of A Superfood a Day, and I'm also a health and child nutrition coach.
Let's start.
Yes, absolutely.
First, I'm just going to be adding a little
So
bit
what
of-
are we making today?
So this is like a spinach, oat. I'm trying to call this the green goddess.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's got spinach, it's got oats,
Yeah.
and whole of other vegetables. So very tiny bit of oil,
Okay.
and then some chopped onions. It's a very quick, easy recipe, and turns out to be quite yummy.
So this is something new we're trying, and
Yes.
we're using spinach as a superfood.
Exactly.
Now, spinach is a superfood purely because, as you can see from the color also, it represents nature, very, very rich in iron, good amount of calcium actually, which most people are surprised by. And when we cook it in different ways, we actually make it very lively, make it a part of our diet, and we'll be exploring how we can, use other things in our kitchen, make it tasty, and make it an entire meal. So that's what today's recipe is about.
Absolutely. So now I'm just going to be adding some yellow capsicum.
So did you know yellow capsicum has a very high amount of vitamin C, more than the recommended daily intake requirement.
Yes.
And as a consequence of that, when you combine it with the spinach, the iron absorption is very, very high. So that's a great addition that most
To
people
this.
usually miss out on.
And usually I just feel a lot of children, they don't seem to be enjoying spinach or palak so much.
Yeah.
Huh? You think so too?
We have to hide it in the rotis, or they tend to be a little fussy about
So I
it.
just thought that maybe name it the green goddess, and somebody asked, well, what is this? It's a green goddess.
Absolutely.
So once we just saute it for about a couple of minutes, and the vegetables are all raw. Okay, yeah. So you just saute a little because then at the end of it there's a little bit of it's crunchy. There's a crunchy
Right.
flavor. So I think the crunchy taste. So I think it tastes quite nice. So now I'm just going to be adding some chopped carrots. So see, I'm trying like the other day also we spoke, just trying to add as much as color as one can.
And honestly, yellows and oranges in our diet, of course, along with being rainbow colors, we always speak of having rainbow colors in our diet. And as you can see, this has a lot of rainbow colors, at least 3 or 4 of them. They add a lot of vitamin C, and they are also vitamin C. Why it's important is, we are always having this issue with immunity. Children keep getting cuts, coughs and colds, and vitamin C is one of those vitamins that actually heal the body and immunize it to not catch those coughs and colds, to make sure that we have wounds that heal really, really quickly. So that is why orange and yellow becomes very important in a growing child's diet.
So I'm going to be adding a little bit of chili garlic paste. It's
Okay.
actually homemade, and it's optional. If you want for younger children, if you don't want to add this,
Right,
you
right.
can just add it. But it just gives a really, you can just smell it.
Yeah. And it gives a flavor without actually making it spicy.
So just adding a little bit.
You think a 5 or 6-year-old could manage,
Easily,
right?
easily. And also it depends, you can just put like a half teaspoon just to give that flavor. And for adults, you can add a little more. And it's very easy, I always actually keep this during the winters when you get that red chili,
Yeah.
the thick red chili. So always make it in the winters and I store it.
Store it.
And we can use it actually for about 8-9 months easily.
Yeah.
And it's very handy.
And it adds that little extra, flavor in the mouth. If it's fresh red chili, I don't think we can consider it to be unhealthy at all. A small amount actually adds and aids digestion.
And no preservative at all. So it's definitely better than the chili oil, which you get in the
Absolutely.
supermarket.
This is just a normal pizza or at home,
exactly at
Ground
home.
by
Yeah.
hand, or how did you?
You know, my hand nowadays, I would love to, get it done
Yeah.
with the
Still.
Silapatti, but I think nowadays, they all like to
Blender.
use with a blender.
Do you think there's a slight flavor difference?
I think so too. I think.
Yeah.
I think so. Because I still like if the chutneys are made, in the silapatti, but I think, we've all stopped using them. And so now I'm just going to be adding the oats. This is the quicker oats because it's quick, really quick to make this. You don't have to plan in advance because
I guess if you use a rolled or a steel cut oat, we would have to soak it a little bit,
Yes.
maybe pressure cooker it or cook it a
yes.
little
So
and then add it.
if you actually plan it a day earlier, then maybe you can soak it overnight.
Okay.
The stone cut over, but this because I think if you suddenly decide to make this, so then
Really quick.
yeah, really quick. So this is like really quick.
Okay.
And and now we're going to be adding the spinach.
And this is just puree spinach.
Puree spinach.
Boil?
Yes.
Boil.
Spinach boil and puree.
Do we need to add a little bit of salt when we do that?
Yes, we will. I will be adding the salt. And I'm going to be adding a little bit of milk also.
I'm actually curious to see the final color.
Be adding some milk to it.
I think it makes it a very creamy.
Yes, yes. And it's a nice color, like the pistachio color.
Right? Yeah.
And then I'm just going to be adding some
You're making it very, very protein packed,
Yes.
iron rich,
Yes.
making it a very happy meal for
Yeah.
a parent first.
So adding some
and then,
chickpeas to it.
Try it, yeah.
You can check the consistency. If you feel that you want it like little more soupy,
Okay.
then you can always add some more milk to it. And if you don't want to add some milk, you can always add a little bit of like hot boiling water.
Okay.
And of course, you can always taste and see if you want to make it a little more spicy. And then adding a little salt.
So instead of milk, you think a coconut milk, oats milk, or even almond milk could work for
Yes,
a meal?
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
So actually, for the next recipe which we're going to be doing,
Yes.
in that I'm like using coconut milk. So you can easily use.
Make it a vegan,
Yeah.
or not add any milk at all.
Huh. You can just add some water to it. But I just feel for some reason, with oats, if you add a little bit of milk, the consistency is always nice.
Okay.
It's much better.
Yeah. So this lends itself to a porridgey consistency or even a thicker sort of.
Yeah, so like right now is this
Yeah.
is the consistency. But as I said, you can always alter it according to your likes. Maybe just another 2-3 minutes.
Okay.
And this is going to be now. And the spice levels, one can always check.
And it's a complete meal in itself because you've got a grain, high fiber grain, you've got our colors, you've got our vitamins, minerals, everything, and a lot of protein. So for a child who is experimental, semi-fussy, I would say, not a super picky eater, this totally works. And definitely if they're very active playing a sport every day, then this is your meal. Just one bowl of this is enough for anything between 3 to 7, 8 years old.
Absolutely. I think now it's almost done. It's almost done. Just going to sprinkling some spring onions and some sunflower seeds.
I think
And the
spring
green
onions
goddess
and-
is ready.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Looks great. Okay, try a small
Yeah.
spoon.
Yeah. You can also tell me if the spice levels are okay.
It's really crunchy with the spring onions, the seeds. I
Yes.
think all of it together.
Ah.
And spice level is perfect for
Perfect?
me.
Okay.
I think it can go up or down based
Ah,
on the child
depending on-
and
yeah.
the age of the child.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. Yeah.
We're going to be launching a book soon, A Superfood a Day. So please follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.